one more time. Here it goes. Let's go.
My name is Carlo Massimino. I run martial arts schools. As an athlete, went to 2 Olympic Games. When I retired, we decided that I wanted to move into teaching and passing on some of the skills that I learnt through my journey as an athlete. Westpac came in and supported us with some banking loans and set us up with our FPOS machines and gave us some business support to start with also. As an athlete, I didn't have those business skills, so I was able to lean on them to help at the beginning to get set up.
He operates 4 sites at the moment, but he's quite keen in order to expand that within Victoria and with the possibility of interstate as well.
So we've got a great product, we've got a great curriculum. I'd love to be able to bring that to more people.
Sign up for this, did you? When you got into finance?
We have a bit of a hit today. He's quite powerful, so when I deliver, I'll make sure it's a great result. Whee! Besides the business side, I know Carlo is involved with his son, tournaments and training.
Me and my dad, we get along really well, we have fun, and it's really special that I get to share experience with him.
I have this great opportunity to pass on those lessons that I learnt. I was able to achieve a 5th place at the Sydney Olympics, and I feel like he's got the potential to go all the way and win gold in either LA or to have a home Olympics like I did in Brisbane in 2032. Over the 20 years since we started Team Carlo Taekwondo, we've definitely had our ups and downs. Things don't always go to plan, things can be challenging, and you need the determination, you need the discipline, and these are all things I learned as an athlete, and I've been able to transfer them through into business. So our vision is to be able to go out and partner with people and help support other people grow their Taekwondo schools under the Team Carlo umbrella, and we'll see where that growth takes us.